afternoon again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea for today. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels. I did not expect to be revisiting the JRC so soon after my last video, but we got news, we got updates, and it is good. So let's look at the title here. This is coming from Disability Scoop. Senators back FDA on electric shock ban. And this was just a few days ago, out November the 2nd, 2021. Now, before we get into it, the usual disclaimers. You're going to have all the links in the description box, folks. The usual. The link to this article. The link to Autistic Hoya's massive archive on this subject. The templates. Sign your name. Click on your senator to end all aversive procedures and improper restraints in schools. We also have the ever-present change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. Now, folks, when we talk about the JRC, you're going to hear vivid description of, as well as see clips of video surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you have young children present, please use your headphones. And without further ado, let's get into it. This is by Sean Hesley, and this is coming to us via Disability Scoop. There's going to be some other articles on this. We'll go ahead and see what these people are having to say for themselves. So this is the FDA. You see that building there. So a group of senators is urging the Food and Drug Administration to keep up the fight after the federal court overturned the agency's ban on devices used to administer electric shocks on people with developmental disabilities. 7 Democrats sent a letter last week to the FDA asking the agency to continue its efforts to bar what are known as electrical stimulation devices. And yes, in this video, once we're done reading this article, we're going to read that letter. We are disappointed with the recent decision by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit to overturn the FDA's ban on the use of electric stimulation devices, ESDs, also known as electric shock devices, on people with intellectual or developmental disabilities, reads the senator's correspondence. We appreciate your defense of the rule and ask that you continue to prioritize the protection of people with disabilities by ending this dangerous practice. The letter is signed by the Senators Chris Murphy, Democrat, Connecticut; Dianne Feinstein, Democrat, California; Tina Smith, Democrat, Minnesota; Tim Kaine, Democrat, Virginia; Bob Casey, Democrat, Pennsylvania; Richard Blumenthal, Democrat, Connecticut; and Maggie Hassan, Democrat, New Hampshire. Remember these names, folks. Remember these names. These are the senators who are standing up for people with disabilities. Remember their names. Last year, the FDA moved to bar electrical stimulation devices, which send electric shocks through electrodes attached to the skin in order to condition people not to engage in self-injurious or aggressive behaviors. By the way, folks, conditioning people to not engage in behaviors who have neurological disabilities doesn't work because it stems from a neurological disability, not a behavior. Okay? Are we good on that? We good? Good. How do we do it then, Tiff? What's the answer? Find out what's causing it. If there is a stimulus issue going on in the environment, find it. Use things like weighted blankets. Folks, these are time-practiced practices to get self-injurious behaviors to stop. I've had them on occasion, folks, myself. And what do? I change my environment. It works. The decision came after the agency found that the devices posed an unreasonable and substantial risk of illness or injury. Regulators cited evidence of psychological and physical risks, including burns, tissue damage, worsening underlying symptoms, depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. But in July, the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals overturned the ban, ruling in favor of the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center, a Canton, Mass. Facility that serves children and adults with developmental disabilities, as well as those with behavioral and emotional problems. They shouldn't be treating anyone. The Rotenberg Center is the only place in the country known to use electrical stimulation devices, which the center says is a treatment of last resort, which is bullshit and we all know it. The D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals decision came from 3 judges on the panel. In September, the FDA asked the court to reconsider the case before all of its 11 judges. In writing the letter, the senators said they wanted to thank the FDA and show their support for the agency's continued efforts to implement the ban. Now, if we get the ban this time, FDA, enforce it. We encourage the FDA, along with the DOJ, to continue to take every step necessary to protect children and adults with disabilities, the lawmakers wrote. The FDA has said it does not comment on ongoing litigation. And now let's go ahead and read the letter, shall we? United States Senate, Washington, D.C. The Honorable Janet Woodcock, M.D., Acting Commissioner, U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Here's what they're saying. Dear Acting Commissioner Woodcock, we are writing to thank the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, for acting to protect some of our most vulnerable citizens. We are disappointed with the recent decision by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit to overturn the FDA's ban on the use of electrical stimulation devices, ESDs, also known as electric shock devices, on people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We understand the agency, along with the U.S. Department of Justice, has filed an appeal seeking a hearing on the ban. We appreciate your defense of the rule and ask that you continue to prioritize the protection of people with disabilities by ending this dangerous practice. As you know, the FDA has the authority to ban devices if it finds that the device presents substantial deception or unreasonable and substantial risk of illness or injury. It is clear, after hearing from individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, their families, and their advocates, that ESDs meet those criteria. The FDA's final rule last year also acknowledged that the medical literature shows there are psychological and physical risks associated with the use of these devices, including worsening of the underlying symptoms, depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, pain, burns, and tissue damage. In addition, when issuing the final rule, FDA noted that of the 1,500 comments received, the overwhelming majority of comments supported this ban. For these reasons, we encourage the FDA, along with the DOJ, to continue to take every step necessary to protect children and adults with disabilities. Thank you for consideration. Sincerely, Christopher S. Murphy, United States Senator. Dianne Feinstein, United States Senator. Tina Smith, United States Senator. Tim Kaine, United States Senator. Robert P. Casey Jr., United States Senator. And Richard Blumenthal, United States Senator. Margaret Wood Hassan, United States Senator. There you have it, folks. There you have it. Finally, we're getting some motion on this case. I hope the DOJ takes it extremely seriously. I hope the FDA does as well. So that is the most recent update, folks. Now, we're going to go ahead and close out for our next video. We don't get very many views on this channel, especially on this subject. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So folks, please don't forget to hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this afternoon. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.